Hello, people. Welcome to my podcast series. I myself, Siri Debbarma. So, today I'm gonna talk about Indian gods, which is our own Tripuri god or Tiprasa god. Some of you might be unfamiliar with the word Tripuri or Tiprasa, or maybe some of you might think that I look like Chinese. Yeah, well, I'm not Chinese, I'm an Indian. So, in India, we call it Northeastern Indians. So, in Northeast, I belong from Tripura. So, the people who belong to Tripura, they are known as Tripuris or Tiprasa. Today, I've come up with a podcast series because many of you might not know that we, the people from Tripura, we actually have a very long history. In fact, since the time of Mahabharata, we do exist in this world, and even you might be very shocked that our own king from Tripura was present during the time of Mahabharata. It was the King Trilochan. Why? Because actually we have a very long spiritual bonding with the Shiva himself. Since the beginning of time, Shiva is our main deity. In Hindi, we call it actually Kul Devta. So specifically, I don't know the real word of Kul Devta in English, but in Hindi we call it. That is the most supreme god among our Tiprasa. Because before we merged with India as a full-fledged democratic state, we were actually a sole independent country before we merged with India as a state to become an Indian. That time we had like princely state, princely rule, monarchy system. We have a very old history actually. The thing is that many of the mainlanders from India, they might not know actually we actually have a very close bonding and a spiritual relation with the Shiva himself, and we call him Baba Goria or Baba Goria. As I've mentioned earlier, we do exist even before the time of Mahabharata. Can you even imagine how old is our history and our culture? Because we have a very rich culture and mind blasting histories and many mysterious stories. For evidence, I'm gonna show a picture. Actually, this throne, it was given to our king Trilochan during the time of Mahabharata. Dharmaraj Yudhishthir, the king himself, gave this throne to our king as a gift, as a present during the time of Mahabharata. And it was made by Vishwakarma, the architecture of Hindu gods, and it is still there at present time. Currently, the very might be the last king of Tripura is the 185th king. His name is Pradyut Manakya Debbarma. So currently this throne is in charge of him. Today I'm gonna discuss about the Indian gods. Basically, like every other religious and cultural gods, we have our own very supremo god. We call him Baba Goria. Is no one else but the Shiva himself. He is the manifestation of Shiva. The history behind our Baba Goria is very interesting, and as well as mysterious too, because Shiva's blessing has been always with us, since the beginning of time, ever since Tripura have existed on this very earth. Let's not waste our time. Let's jump to the main topic. It was during the time of our king Dhanya Manikya. There was a war between Kuki and Tiprasa. During the time, we have a warrior clan. We have our own warrior clan. We call them Jamatias. During that time, actually, the Jamatias were the warrior. They are known as the warrior clans. So they had a battle with the Kuki. The name of the battle was Thanangsi War. It was during the war of Thanangsi. The Jamatia defeated the Kukis, and they brought the Lord Goria from the Kukis, and they have brought it to to Tripura. Since from that time, not only Jamatias, every Tiprasa, we worship Lord Goria, and even after some days there will be a puja of Goria. The occasion is very soon, so we'll be worshipping Goria for consecutively for 7 days. There had not been that much research of the word Goria, so as per my research, what I have been hearing from my childhood, from our grandmothers, from my grandfathers, they say that the word Goria itself, it derived from the word Gori, which is one of the many names of Mother Goddess Parvati. So Parvati, she's the wife of Shiva. So as Shiva is the husband of Gori, the masculine form of the name would be Goraya. So from Goraya to Goria. This is how the word Goria it has derived from the word Gori. It is also said that our Lord Goria, who is the Shiva itself, is omnipresent and omnipotent, which means he can be present anywhere, in any shape, or in every way, because he's the sole creator of this universe. He is shapeless. He can be everywhere. This is the greatness of Shiva. If you want to find it in more details, I can suggest you all one book, which the name of the book is Kathar Laikrang, which means the sacred book. It is written by Sujan Kumar Jamatia. I would suggest to everyone who wants to know about our Lord Goria, they can go through the book which I've mentioned, Kathar Laikrang. In English we called it sacred book. Not only this, Tripura is also known as the land of 14 gods. Isn't it very interesting and exciting? It feels very proud that we belong to those race who were present during the time of Mahabharata. So we have a very long and old history. This is why it makes our culture very rich. In fact, we are one of the oldest civilizations, and in fact it is the oldest dynasty. I don't know about the world, but in India it is one of the oldest in the dynasty, because and even today, at present, we have our very own king, and unfortunately might be he can be our last king. So it is a kind of very sad and a emotional attachment with all the Tiprasas. His name is Pradyut Manikya Debarma. I think many of you know him And in fact, especially I feel very proud that we do have our very own king even still now. Yeah, I know it is, democratic country. Now there is nothing like, monarchy or, you know types of kingship, but I don't know about the others. But for us, for Tiprasa, we still, look him as a king. We follow his ideology, and many more. So that's all for today. I'll be coming up with many, interesting podcast series. Till then, stay tuned, and please do like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Till then, tada, bye bye, take care, and God bless you all. Over and out.